Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to be going over the top 10 PortSwigger vulnerabilities you should learn first. It might be 8 or 9, but here it is right here. Go ahead and make an account on PortSwigger. I'm already logged in. And the very first thing we want to do, before we even start getting into the vulnerabilities, the very first thing is this right here. Learn HTTP basics and how the web works. You need to learn request versus responses, headers, cookies, parameters, get versus post, status codes. And then it says PortSwigger sections, but it's kind of like as you go through, you'll see some of the stuff pop up. But why first? If you don't understand request responses, nothing else matters because you're going to be spending a lot of time in burp when you actually get into bug bounty hunting. So now, very first thing, authentication vulnerabilities. So right here, authentication. Just don't start at the very top. Start here. First one, authentication. Learn things like username enumeration. Oftentimes it's not paid for an actual bug bounty, but it's still important. 2FA bypass, password reset, yada, yada, yada. And this is another really important thing. Like if you click on this, before you even start doing this, I used to think before I could do these labs, I needed to learn it like beforehand. But there's literally, where is it? Right here. It literally teaches you, PortSwigger will teach you what is authentication. Before you do any of the labs, read all of this. It's not very long. Read all of it. Then you'll have a better understanding of how the labs you're about to do even work in the first place after you read this. All right. And then after authentication, because you're going to learn logic flows, brute force, username enumeration, MFA, OTP, and MFA stands for multi-factor authentication. OTP stands for one-time password. Password reset flows. Real attack, impact, oftentimes ATOs, account takeovers. And then we're going to move to access control, IDOR. So, go. Where's that? Here we go. It's here somewhere. Here, access control vulnerabilities. Access control vulnerabilities, often IDOR as well. There are a lot of these on the apprentice because they're really not too difficult. There's some dude named like IDORnator or something. He makes so much money. The only thing he hunts for is IDOR because he's not that good of a bug bounty hunter. That's what he says. Makes a lot of money because that's all he hunts for. You need to understand this stuff. Well, access controls. Oh my goodness. So do all of these labs, all of them. After authentication, do all of the access control. And then you're going to learn IDORs, vertical versus horizontal privilege escalation, some other things. SQL injection. Now we're going back here. This is server side stuff. Well, still is the other things, but this is first like injection server side. Now we're going back to SQL injection. This is more of a spray payload kind of vulnerability, but it's still very important for you to understand. Like I've never found this in the wild at all because you have SQL map and automated scanners and stuff, but still learn SQL injection. Like we said before, always just go ahead and go right here. What is SQL injection? Read all of it before you even start doing the labs. If you need help, you can look at solutions right here as well. And let's see. After that, the importance you'll learn, you'll learn about SQL injection. Even it's rare today, but trains exploitation mindset, teaches payload testing discipline. It does take a lot of discipline for SQL injection. And then next, cross-site scripting. Why it's important, still everywhere, especially in modern apps. Learn reflected, stored, DOM, contexts. Real world impact, account takeover, token theft, session hijacking. So what I did is I started with SQL injection and then I went XSS. To be honest, the way I'm telling you guys, I wish I had done it that way because I feel like I learned so much stuff that I like pretty much never use in bug bounty. Like I don't use SQL injection. I don't really use cross-site scripting. I check for it. If I see it, I'll go ahead and check for it, but I don't really like rely on like this is how I'm gonna bag the bug because oftentimes it's not. All right, cross-site scripting, do these next. Just do all of them. You don't have to do the expert, like oftentimes not required. Well, it's just too advanced. Sometimes just like a really hard payload, which isn't all that important. Then cross-site request forgery. Why now? Pairs naturally with auth and access control. Learn missing CSRF token, same site, state changing. When CSRF is exploitable versus not. Mindset shift. What happens if the user is tricked? Right here. Let's see. This one. Do these labs. I did the majority of them. Be honest, I really hated CSRF. Wait, my bad. Yeah, CSRF. But now that I've started, CSER was more of a chaining bug. So now that I've started to have other vulnerabilities I do with it, I'm starting to understand the importance of it more. And so I went back in, I studied it more, and I now have a better understanding of it. And then we have file upload vulnerabilities. Why practical, extremely common, and fun to test. Learn content type bypasses, extension filtering, file execution paths, image polyglots, real world impact, RCE, remote code execution, malware uploads, data exfiltration. So now we're gonna go over to, where is it? File upload vulnerabilities. Do all of these. I did the expert one too, it wasn't that bad. And then path traversal. Why simple but powerful. Often overlooked easy wins. Learn .. traversal encoding bypasses, Windows versus Linux paths, accessing config files, real world impact, reading secrets, accessing source code. Path traversal is, I think it's before that, to be honest. Is it, or is it after? That's before. Here it is. Oh my goodness, I haven't done a single path traversal lab. Well, I understand the basics of it. I hope. I think so. I have like some cheat sheets on my folders. I might have to go back and do this. All right, business. Now this, I believe this is the very most important one. You need other vulnerabilities often to help you understand this, but business logic is super important. It's advanced. Why advanced but essential? Where real money bugs live. Learn broken workflows, skip steps, price manipulation, state confusion, race conditions. Intro. Why? Key idea, the app works as designed, but the design is flawed. Business logic is so important. This is where I get the majority of my finds now, is in business logic. The labs are super important. Do them. I'm gonna have to go back and do this. Bypass this expert one. Bypassing access controls using email addresses, parsing discrepancies. Interesting. But business logic, do not sleep on it. Don't say, oh my goodness, I don't want to do that. That's too hard. This is where real bugs are. Less people are going to be testing it because you can't just use an automated scanner to find it. And then lastly, got this for that video. Go back up. It's fine. All right. Information disclosure and recon mindset. Why last? Ties everything together. Learn verbose errors, debug endpoints, leak tokens, hidden APIs, feature discovery. This is where recon becomes king. Stop hunting bugs and start hunting attack surface. So where even is that? I have no idea. Information disclosure. I haven't done any of these. To be honest, they're probably not going to be that hard, but they are going to help you understand, like, should I submit the report, and more about, like, will a company care, things of that nature. I'm pretty sure that's what it's explaining. So in this video, this is kind of a fast video. I just wanted to explain to you guys how to go through PortSwigger efficiently in 2026, because when I was doing this, I just kind of just went one by one, and I feel like a lot of things I learned should have learned in a different order because it wasn't all that helpful. But still, eventually you're going to learn all these vulnerabilities. Just, I want you to learn them in a way where you can actually like see more progress faster when actually bug bounty hunting. If you liked the video, hit like, subscribe, Logan Sec out.